Now, we are going to start the chapter Reproduction in Plants. All living things eventually die. They may be killed by some other organism or die because of the old age. Before they die, some individual introduce new ones of their own kind. This makes life continue from generation to generation. This is called reproduction. Now I am going to discuss reproduction in plants. Plants reproduce by two methods. One is sexual reproduction, other is asexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, first method of asexual reproduction which we are going to discuss today is vegetative propagation. In vegetative propagation, new plants are produced either from stem or from root or from leaves. Cut the stem of the rose with a knot. Bury the cutting in the soil. Water the cutting every day, and we'll observe that this plant will grow from the stem of the plant. This is called vegetative propagation. It has two advantages. Number one, it is exactly same as the parent plant. Number two, it takes less time to grow. Now I am going to explain the next process called the budding. Budding takes place mainly in the yeast. So how this process takes place? Let us understand. The tiny organism like yeast can be seen only under a microscope. This grow and multiply every few hours when they get sufficient nutrients. The small bulb-like projection start coming out from them. This is called a bud. So this bud gradually grows and get detached from the parent plant. The parent plant will form a new yeast cell. The new yeast cell grows, matures, and then produce more yeast cells. Sometimes another bud arises from the bud, forming a chain of buds. This process is called budding. Next process which we are going to explain now is called fragmentation. Fragmentation takes place in Spirogyra. The common name is algae. So, the slimy green patches in ponds or in other stagnant water bodies are fragments. If water and nutrients are made available, algae grows and multiply very rapidly. An alga breaks down into two or more fragments, and each fragment gives rise to a new plant. They grow very quickly and become a mature plant. This process is known as fragmentation, which mainly takes place in alga. The next process which we are going to explain now, we are going to explain spore formation, which takes place in fungus. The spores are asexual reproductive bodies. Each spore is covered by hard protective shell to withstand unfavorable conditions such as high temperature and low humidity. So, they can survive for a long time. Under favorable conditions, a spore germinates and develops into new individual. Plants such as mosses and ferns also reproduce by this method. This process is known as spore formation, which mainly takes place in fungus. Now, very important, I am going to explain you the reproductive part of a plant. One is male and the other is female. Stamen is called male part of the flower. This is very important. It is male reproductive organ of a plant. The stamen is made up of two parts. One is anther and the other is filament. The stalk of the stamen is called the filament, and the swollen part on the top is called anther. Anther makes the pollen grains and store them. Pollen grains are exposed when the anther ripens and spills. Pollen grains contain the male gametes of the plant. This is very important part of the plant. Second is Pistil. Pistil is the female reproductive part of the plant. A pistil is made up of three parts: stigma, style, and ovary. An ovary contains the ovule. Stigma is for receiving the pollen grains from the anther of stamen during pollination. The middle part of the pistil is called style. Style is the tube which connects stigma to the ovary. This is a tube which connects stigma to the ovary. The swollen part at the bottom of a pistil is called ovary. The ovary matures and make ovules and store them. Ovule contains the female gametes which give rise to a new plant.